combat sports has been a saviour for him, a saviour of getting away from the streets, getting away from a bad lifestyle, and this has really given him discipline, this has given him focus, and this has given him a new lease of life. When we were sat in the back room, Duane was tremendously focused, very calm. When you've had nearly 100 fights, you're going to know what you're doing, you're going to know what you're getting in for, and we're expecting him to show us a bit of the technical side of boxing tonight as he makes his way over to the medics, of course being checked by the medics now, getting Vaseline on his face and just checking his wraps and checking his gear for any items that of course shouldn't be there. This is once again a professionally run organisation by kickboxing sanctioning body Iska.
Duane Smith tonight wearing the combat shorts. There's going to be some combat tonight, isn't it, George?
Oh, absolutely.
He's dressed for fighting.
And he steps between the ropes. These are the big boys, the heavyweights. Very, very exciting. And over to IMC for...
And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent making his way to the red corner, Andy Badboybeaman!
Is that a bit of Dizzy Rascal?
Absolutely, Badboybeaman making his entrance to the ring. He's got a great following, both in person and online. His online channels at Badboybeaman, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, 325,000 or more. And it sounds like a lot of them have turned up this evening. Beaman making a great entrance as usual. He's described himself as hard-hitting, handsome southpaw. Emphasis on the handsome.
Well, Duane Smith is a good-looking guy as well. We'll give him credit where credit's due. Lovely beards, two very, very strong athletes here. I know that physiques may be deceiving, but these two men are in great nick.
Beaman lost the whole 9 kilos, 1.5 stone in the past month or so. He's looking in great shape, he's looking confident. He gave us a little fist bump as he walked past. He's a born entertainer. He's born an entertainer out of the ring, and he's now going to transfer it in the ring too tonight. I'm looking forward to this one. Red shorts trimmed with gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live on pay-per-view. We're Hybrid Boxing League, proudly sponsored by Dunstan Caravan and Leisure Vehicle Centre, Hard Hitters Gym, and Trainer Nelson Property proudly presents 5 2-minute rounds of heavyweight hybrid boxing action. Sanctioned by Iska, and our referee in charge is Harvey Harrow. Introducing our first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner and wearing the camouflage shorts. From Bradford, Duane the Disposer Smith! And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent, facing him across the ring and boxing out of the red corner, wearing the red shorts with gold trim, representing Hard Hitters Gym, Andy Badboybeaman!
Very popular.
We can see who the fans have turned out here today. Of course, Duane from Bradford, he won't have too many fans here, but he's here for an upset. That's what he said to me in the back.
Will he get the upset, and will the disposer be disposing of his opponent? The referee just giving them the instructions there. They both know how the game is played. This kick-off, first round, about to begin of our heavyweights at Hybrid Boxing League. Beaman seems to have a little bit taller and have a bit of a reach advantage. He's looking to pat down Smith's jab and send his own over the top.
And we spoke about the southpaw orthodox matchup. We're looking at those feet, aren't we, Paolo? We're looking for Duane to get his foot on the outside.
Absolutely.
And to circle away from that backhand, that left hand. It's basically boxing in reverse for Duane Smith tonight.
I must say, George, I'm not sure this is going to go the distance. I think we will see a knockdown at least, certainly. Just as I say that, Smith potentially in trouble there. Beaman catches him with an uppercut.
Oh.
He just steps out of the ring apron there.
I don't think that was a knockdown. It looked more of a slip to me. It looked as though he just lost his footing. His foot slipped outside of the ropes, and the referee rightly noticing that.
But still potentially more to come from that, a sign of things to come. Beaman coming forward now, keeping centre ring. Smith on the back foot slightly, throws the jab to the body to get some distance. Backs up there, caught with an uppercut and goes down.
I'm noticing potentially a bit of an injury to the right leg. It looks as though he was limping as he got to his feet after he'd slipped over. I'm not sure if Duane Smith is compromised there with his right leg.
Duane Smith shaking his head there, potentially in trouble, potentially something going on. Beaman, that will encourage him and want him to go for the finish. Smith there, the jab to the body of Beaman. Beaman takes it well, he's looking concentrated, feigns the backhand there. Smith come forward. Lands 2 shots to the body. Both men back to centre ring now.
Duane Smith taking his eyes off the target. Not a good habit to be in.
Big overhand right there, lands. Beaman takes it well, good shin Beaman and good reach as well. Good 1-2 lands there. Smith potentially in trouble.
He's riding the ropes, he's potentially in trouble here, but he sees out the round.
Great first round.
I don't think you can go anyway, but Beaman there, obviously the 10-8 with the shot at the middle of the first round. It was a good round from Beaman, who showed a lot of nice technical boxing, a lot of variety to his work. A good round from the hometown man.
Beaman's managed to keep handsome, as he described to me himself. How would you describe yourself as a fighter? Just handsome 3 times, and he's managed to keep good looking. He didn't take many shots there. He took a couple to the body, which he took well. And what I like about Beaman as well is that he looks focused. He keeps his eyes on his opponent. A lot of fighters, especially less experienced ones, tend to look away, tend to close their eyes, tend to turn their head, but Beaman's got his eyes locked on target like a laser. He's looking good. Smith potentially in a little bit of trouble here. He's talking to his corner, shaking his head. I'm not sure what about.
That's not the body language you want from your fighter, do you? I mean, if he's compromised, then his corner should pull him out. He's hobbling on that back leg. I've seen him grimace multiple times. You can see him limping quite clearly. That first slip really affected him.
Lee Monaghan in Beaman's corner, shouting advice through the ropes. Both men take centre ring. Smith seems to have a longer guard, keeping both hands outwards, hoping to intercept fight shots as they come in. Beaman goes for a jab and hook, doesn't quite land, just a tentative start. Beaman looking to close the distance a little bit and throw that backhand.
Bad boy by name, bad boy by nature. He's bullying Duane Smith here.
Certainly agree. Walks onto a jab but keeps going through it.
Oh, good back uppercut there, a good left hand uppercut. Duane Smith in serious trouble here. He's compromised to the leg. He's limping around the ring, and he's taken some good licks from Andy Beaman, who looks like he's in full control right now.
Beaman has read Smith quite well. Smith tends to duck to avoid shots, and Beaman's been landing the uppercuts as he ducks. Smith struggling here.
Yeah,
leg injury.
The leg
it's
is
over.
compromised. There's nothing you can do. Second round TKO, that will go down as an injury. Andy Beaman.
But a legit win nonetheless.
Absolutely. I mean, it was his aggression that led to Duane Smith pulling out of the fight. Of course, he slipped on the ring. That looks as though that was what led to that injury initially. But Andy Beaman was all over him like a rash from the very beginning. and a brilliant performance from Andy Beaman. He'll be very proud of himself. And he'll be going home with the big W tonight.
And well deserved. Beaman, the less experienced man, he's only had 3 fights before compared to Smith's record. Bad boy there, giving us a little flirt, a little wink. He deserves the win tonight. He's really surprised me, to be honest. To have such a dominant performance over someone such more experienced than himself. He's really done hard hit his gym proud, and his gym Lee and his coach Lee Monaghan proud.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we please have a big round of applause for both of our fighters. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner via TKO after 1 minute and 7 seconds of round number 2, Andy Badboy!
one of the things.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, a big round of applause for Duane, the Disposer Smith.
And one of the things that really impressed me about Andy Beaman, you know, this heavyweight division is often a division where it's all about power, it's all about size, and often it's a division where you don't see much skill. It's more about physicality than anything, the sort of lower level of fighting. But Andy Beaman showed some absolutely excellent boxing skills, and it was really amazing from him. A fantastic performance, and for such a big man, he moves so well, so slick, so technical.
Something that stood out to me, George, about Badboybeaman was his ability to adapt. He looked at his opponent all the way through. He noticed patterns in his opponent. At first, he wasn't throwing the uppercut, and then when he saw my opponent keeps ducking down, leaning forward, that's perfect for the uppercut, and he started implementing him, and he started landing, which led to his success. He gauged the distance really well with the jab, with the right hook. It's a great shot as well, I think. Little two-shot combination, the jab and hook off the same hand.
Duane Smith constantly taking his eye off the target because he was overwhelmed, and that's the simple fact about it. But despite the high volume that Andy Beaman was throwing, everything was thrown with precision, everything was thrown with perfect timing. He was picking his shots beautifully and really mixing them up nicely. I think so far for me that's the performance of the night, 2 fights into the card.
At Badboybeaman on social media, he specialises on social media on gaming and reacting to fighting. So I wonder, will he be able to react to his own fight this evening?
That'll be some good content, that's for sure.
Sure, conflict of interest, I imagine. George, what's up next for us? Tell us.
Jack Harris versus Sonny Wilson.